The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with Kiwi Bank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
The land down under has never been easier to reach. United Airlines has more flights between the US and Australia than any other US airline, so you can fly nonstop to destinations like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Explore dazzling cities, savor the very best of Aussie cuisine, and get up close and personal with the wildlife. Who doesn't want to hold a koala? Go to united.com/Australia to book your adventure.
Welcome to the Real Pod.
Oh.
I know.
Sing song.
It's a new version of me saying welcome to the Real Pod. Do you like it?
I love it. The musical.
My name is Jane Yee. I'm joined by Alex Casey of The Spin-off.
Hello.
And Duncan Grieve of The Spin-off. And this is your reality TV and real life in New Zealand podcast. Your favourite one.
The only.
Well, same.
Is there one on Stuff now?
There was that one, our enemies, our mortal enemies that super fad. They weren't even really remotely close to what we do. We need a pod fight for life.
You do.
Tell you what, where were they when the Lime Scooters came in? They would be kicking themselves that they're not still on air. On air? On pod?
Frequent.
On iTunes? Hi there.
Stitcher.
We are a podcast. We talk about reality TV, we talk about real life in New Zealand, and we talk about whatever just comes up, really.
Anything.
Don't we?
Poo chat quite a lot.
Yeah.
Very special thanks to Nando's, whom we love and adore, and who serve us brilliantly.
But
and
particularly
we do them
this
proud.
week.
Particularly this week. We'll get to that once we hit real news. You can find us online, facebook.com/The Real Pod Pod. We have a private, but not very private, anyone's welcome.
Within reason.
Within reason.
We haven't turned anyone away, have we?
We've discussed a few people, but we've let them in anyway.
Yeah, we've had some board meetings for sure.
Anyway, that is called Real Pod Corner, and we're on Instagram on the Real Pod Pod as well. Coming up on the show, we chat about... Is it a show?
This program?
Yeah. Is it a program?
I think it's a show.
It's
I
broadcast.
thought I was on a TV show for a second then. Coming up on the show. Sorry. Coming up on this podcast, we chat about the week in Project Runway, MKR and Bake Off, and which TV show is New Zealand's favourite after the News Country calendar and Fair Go. Ooh. The answer will shock you. Won't.
Is it this show?
Plus, there's a very special biscuit special that you are going to appreciate. Promise you that, okay?
Okay.
I'm actually just going to go straight into the biscuit special in case anyone needs to just get there now. Chanoi biscuits, 99 cents for a packet, pack and save.
What?
In Wairau Park.
Just Wairau Park.
I just know, well, that's someone posted it in Real Pod Corner.
Surely they'll have chain-wide.
Yeah, it's probably chain-wide.
That's a crazy number of biscuits to get for
but
$1.
Pack and Save have franchises, don't they? So do they franchise?
They don't sit there, I'm sure, because they have like $1 week and $5 week and a meat week.
Look, to be safe, go to Wairau. To be safe, that's the only one we know for certain.
At Pack and Save Mount Albert once, they had these boxes of tiny, like cornetto style ice creams, but they were how big is that?
That's like 2.5 inches.
2.5. Like they were. It was crazy. It was a fun house.
But it's actually growing.
But and they had boxes of 12 for 80 cents.
Stop.
So my stepdad bought about 20 boxes and then was just dishing out tiny
Were they
ice
legit
creams.
cornetto or were they
No,
like...
they weren't. They were maybe Pam's.
Because I think there's a bunch of like
Nothing
brands
wrong
that you
with
can only
Pam's.
get. No, absolutely not. Especially not now that it's gone fancy. In fact, maybe there's something wrong with it because it's forgotten its roots, my friend. But there's some cool ice cream stuff or ice cream adjacent stuff in Pack and Save that you don't see at like at Countdown, which is like, or maybe you do, But the point is that if you look close, it never calls itself ice cream anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like those things that are like sausage shaped, but not sausages.
Yeah, it's just like dairy product.
Yeah.
Or white chocolate.
Frozen dairy product.
I think only Cadbury Dream and probably Whittaker's can say that they're white chocolate. Milky Bar is not white chocolate.
What?
It's
Oh, it doesn't have cocoa in it.
I don't know what it is, but, yeah,
wait,
it's
I thought
confectionery.
no white chocolate had cocoa in it.
Well, whatever it is, it hasn't got enough of whatever it needs to be classed as chocolate to call itself chocolate.
It's delicious though.
Great. It's yummy.
So good.
Yeah.
Like I think
Milky
Milky
Bar's
Bar,
the best.
it is the best of all the white chocolate.
I had a dream the other day from a box of favourites, and it tasted like cat food.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
Straight
no,
up.
I'm not into the
Dream is probably Cadbury's worst matcha product.
Yeah, it's not a good one. It's not a good one. Anyway, we digress.
What are we talking about?
Okay, we're going to start. We started with the Chano biscuits, but we're just going to segue smoothly into the Corny Christmas.
Oh, I can't even talk about it.
Okay, Alex, you need to get
Yeah. Also, can we, for Alex,
Yeah.
What?
You. 'Cause
you did it.
You did it.
You,
No, yeah, I'm not
you.
clapping for myself.
You did. You brought,
Just did.
You brought the plinth. You brought the quiz.
That was all Kathy Casey.
But
Yeah,
it was
okay.
crazy how great it was, and I basically just turned up still tertiary sweating from netball, and it was amazing.
It was an intense environment to play a triumphant game of social netball, the final of the spin-off
Yeah.
league, and then race straight to St. Luke's to set up a corny event.
I've got to tell the Cornies something. You guys were kind of trying to move the Corny event very last minute because you feared that your netball game was going to occur.
It was the final. Moves like Zaga, our cool netball team name.
This was the first Corny event. And now that you've had it in retrospect, would you have still moved it if they coincided? At the risk of losing
I'm
some
incredibly
Cornies?
competitive and bad.
I can't believe it.
I'm a
Your
so many
face when you
bunnies.
found out there might be a chance they were at the same time.
You guys, I walked out
not
of
a
here. It
great
happened
place.
right after
Fashion.
last week's podcast. And I walked out of here to the sound of Duncan basically wailing, but also floating the idea of like, could we move it to the following week?
Next year, it's great. Yeah, it's 2019.
Anyway, the Corny Christmas was amazing. There's nothing Christmas about it, but it was amazing.
Hayden wore a Christmas sweatshirt.
And so did Lucy Kelly.
So
she
did Lucy
wore a
Kelly.
little festive thing. And actually, she brought us Christmas bits, which I've eaten all up.
I ate all of mine yesterday while I was trying to finish a story. Just endless.
But
they were delicious.
Still got the little handy dandy
Russian thing.
tin. Oh, they're so good. Yeah.
Was that Lucy Kelly?
Yes.
That was Lucy Kelly.
Russian tea cakes there were.
Is that what they were?
Yeah.
We love a corny who
Shit.
turns up with arms full of baking.
I
And there
needed
was-
to have, I
there
wish
was
they'd had
cherry.
I needed to know who I was dealing with more. Like I think I met
That's why we had the
Superlini.
name tag.
We needed profile photos.
Yeah, something like that. Because I was always like, "Are you?" But I didn't want to, and then be wrong.
Yeah.
I also
like
got
when
But we'll do it again. We'll
When I
do it
thought
again.
one of the cornies was actually someone who worked at the spin-off, that was good.
what freaked me out, which shouldn't have actually been a surprise, is that all the cornies are so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And smart and funny and interesting. Like I talked to like an audiologist, a lawyer, like
A midwife?
Lucy Kelly does crazy like microbiology stuff.
Yes.
And she told me about like the charcoal teeth powder I've been using works because it erodes the layers off your
Oh,
teeth.
not so good then?
And I was like, Lucy Kelly, I never would have known that.
You need Lucy Kelly just to give you life. She just chase you away from all the Insta
I
scams.
just need
that you-
Lucy Kelly to give us biscuits all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Laura Giddy, of course.
Okay, Laura's brownies. Oh my God, so good. And
The peppermint.
the peppermint was like, I
Can I
went for the
confess?
caramel because I knew that was a good, did you not have the peppermint?
Of either.
You're lost.
No, I took a whole clump home and then Joe ate them
Clump.
Joe.
That's what my mum used to call poos when we were little.
all. Nutty Professor 2, duck lumps.
I've got that on double LP. I do.
But what I did get and appreciate and
like a
thought about eating at length was a SCOBY
Oh, yes.
from Stuart Salmon Lund. I haven't touched it yet, but I've got it.
What would happen? Like, would you start getting kombucha inside?
Well, I read on the internet machine.
What happens if you eat some SCOBY and then drink some cold tea and then don't poo, wee or vomit for weeks?
But then how do you get it out?
Yeah, because isn't it just
Well, then, but you
inside
let it ferment and then
what,
you
what
let it
is
out.
it? Is it a human?
It's a
Like, is
thing.
it
It needs feeding. It's alive, but I've established it does not have a mouth.
It's got such a yuck name.
You know Little Shop of Horrors?
No.
I reckon it's time for a reboot, but with the SCOBY
Yes.
as the creature.
I can't believe it. So I think I'll go on a Scobie journey and I'll keep you updated. I'm going to call it Toby the Scobie because Toby Manhire at the spin-off loves sweeties and eating sugar, just like a Scobie does.
Oh my God.
You don't even want to know what the word sweetie meant in our house.
Oh my God. Was it like a clump? Or?
Well, it was from the same area. Anyway.
What else?
Oh, don't step on it.
Can we continue?
Don't step on it. We had a whole group who just like they arrived and straight we had don't step on it. That was the poo game we talked about last week. That was on the deck and at Nando St Luke's, and because it's a lovely little outdoor seating area.
It's
by
so
the way.
nice.
so
Very
nice out
pleasant.
there.
I'd like to just go and have beers there.
Anyway, they just went straight in and started playing Don't Step on It, and I didn't get a chance to play, but it looked like a lot of fun.
It looked like wild fun. And they were mingling. They were socialising, which is getting me one step closer to my goal of a real pod marriage.
There were people there who came on their own and didn't know anyone. Like, just
That is baffling.
I bow down in awe of those people. I can't do that.
The quiz was great for mingling. Like, you can't beat quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to tour
As a
it.
mixer.
Man, we got to take it.
I feel like we'd have some real sad turnout. So.
Yeah. Where's the most remote Nando's?
I thought I'd leave an awkward silence there for a bit. It's bad.
Nando's were so good to us.
They were so
They just
good.
kept bringing out food.
And Mike's is all pregnant. She was just like racing around like the hostess with the mostess.
Yeah, $5 beers and wines, which I think they might have somehow made money on, turned a profit on the night out of just how much booze got drank, which I was really pleased to see because it was a Monday. Sometimes it's hard to get up for it.
What was the very first thing you ate?
It was some peri-peri chips. But I basically only ate like 3 peri-peri chips and one single morsel of cheesy bread. And I feel regretful.
Cheesy bread was my first. Wait, what we
I
should
went
do
straight
next
to
time is
cheesy.
let the corn dogs run it and we can just sit down and eat.
They could just bring us food.
Anyway.
Mike actually said we should go and he gave me a name to go and get food at the end, but we didn't.
Didn't do it. I was
Okay.
so caught up in the moment. I didn't need food. I was running off adrenaline. It was,
Plus we were
it
there-
was electric.
We were there till closing as well.
Yeah, I
The
felt a
museum
bit
was
bad
great.
about
We
that.
had some
I
great...
cleaned up, like, I don't step on it, which was like as an exercise, it's sort of yuck.
Because once it's been stepped on,
Yeah.
has it got bits of whatever was in your shoe?
Like actual poo then.
No, but it just had that, like, and you're just trying to sort from two different.
Oh, two
like-
different colours of... Yep. Okay. In other news, Jono and Ben, the final is tonight on the television. How do you feel about that, guys? Any feelings?
I mean, it's very sad for all the people that work on that show.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I feel like, especially recently this year, I've loved Guy's New Zealand Today segments.
So when you think about where this show came from way back in the day, it was actually C4 had a show called The Jono Project.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then there was Wanna Ben, which was a strange show.
I don't remember Wannabe.
Wanna Ben, where he went around and he interviewed people, like celebrities, about like, and he tried, or no, was it celebrities or was it just trying to be like people? Like,
Yeah,
it was
that's right.
different
It was-
international celebrities at the top of his new chosen career path, and then he kind of like tried to be them.
Are they in the country? Is it like touring
Pretty much,
international?
yeah, pretty much. I think he might have done
How
it.
do I just not remember any of that? That's crazy.
It was a long time ago because Jono and Ben has been on for 7 years.
7 years,
So the
yeah.
Yeah,
pre-shows.
it was 6 years ago
right.
that it wrapped up. Anyway, so then it went to Jono and Ben at 10.
Where was Pulp Sport in this?
That's way before that. That was like 2006.
No, it was part of it. Oeuvre.
Well, you can't pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got all the DVDs of it.
Okay, well, that was a while ago. That was before.
We do. Probably the only ones in the country.
Like, are they proper manufactured DVDs?
Yeah, well, when the Video Easy in Ponsonby shut down, we were like, tactical, let's get the DVDs that you literally can't get anywhere. So we bought like Moon TV
You've got Moon
and
TV?
Pop Sport and all these
Cool.
Florian Habicht documentaries that you'll never watch. But if you ever need them, hit me up.
Anyway, so this show, John and Ben at 10, was quite good in that time slot, and then they moved it to 7. Right? Did they move to 7?
I can't remember.
7:30.
When
they
John
called
and Ben was at 10,
Yeah.
was it dirty? Sorry.
It was definitely,
You know what I mean?
it was,
Was it racy?
it wasn't racy sexually as such necessarily, but it was
I'm
probably,
not interested.
it was probably slightly more, I don't know.
Swearing?
Not-
More like a very
yeah.
teen boy?
Yeah, it was a bit more. Yeah, it was kind of a teen boys TV show. It was everything Fail Army strive to be.
And achieved, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
We're talking about striving and not achieving.
Don't worry,
we got the show for you, baby.
We're still going to talk about New Zealand's surprise favourite show after Country Calendar 1 News and Fair Go.
Is it?
That will be.
Is it a show about me?
Just be excited, Alex. That's all I'll say. The results are in. Okay. Anyway, so I'm a bit. I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit sad for those guys.
I just want to.
I haven't watched it for a long time.
But I also think it was like it had a real good run.
It did.
A run like no New Zealand shows get, and it was like crazy as a sort of giving work to super talented young comic writers and performers. And I think it's due a next thing. And if that next thing is some sort of guy project, which will no doubt also kind of involve those kinds of people.
We'll just move this spin-off TV into that 7:30.
Yeah.
Don't. It's too soon.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Back, Judah.
But yeah, the big thing, which I don't think they will do, but like when the U Live finished and they let all that talent go, if MediaWorks let go of Chris Parker and Alice Stead and all that lot, that's a disaster.
But they don't hold them tight, like, because Chris Parker and Alice Stead both have TVNZ gigs as well, right?
Yeah.
Chris Parker is so amazing.
He's so good.
I'm like his biggest fan, and it's really all keys because we follow each other on Instagram, and every time he posts, I want to comment, and I have to really I have to sit on my hands.
Don't sit on your hands.
I do
Just
though.
talk to Chris Parker, for God's sake.
No, I can't because I can't. But anyway, the Shortland Street the musical's kicking off this week.
Yeah, you're taking my tickets.
I'm going to take.
Cool.
I mean, I thought I had my own, but apparently I'm taking yours.
Oh, do you have your own?
No, I thought I did. I thought we were all going, and I thought you'd sussed it.
Oh no, I didn't suss anything.
Fortunately,
what I
you
did
can't
suss
go.
was apparently already having plans, so you can have my tickets.
It's great. I'm excited.
But yeah.
Anyway, so I'll tell you about that next week, I guess. Mike McRoberts made Jono cry, by the way, during the filming of tonight's Jono and Ben.
It's anti-bullying week too.
Well, no, I mean, it made
their anchor on board just to not like.
I just give it some context. I'm like happy. I mean, emotional tears, sentimental tears.
Not just like just ripped him.
No, I didn't rip him a new one.
Okay.
That's where you're going with
That's
that.
such an intense
reprimand
It's
rescinded.
really intense, isn't it?
Really,
Okay.
yeah.
Scooters.
That's true, actually.
Celebrities on scooters.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Segue
So I
to
was
Jono
away
and
when
Ben.
this happened.
That's right. Oh, it was literally like the post, the film, when we saw the Taylor Swift on that lime on Twitter. Good segue, because I still think
It was a
we're
scooter,
going to
not a
find
It was actually a lime scooter.
on Jono and Ben tonight.
Oh, do
All
you
will
think
be
they were
revealed.
faking it? Do you think it was them pranking?
Do you reckon?
Bloody pranksters.
Fuck yes.
But I thought you had it confirmed by like a very high level source.
I just feel like everyone was losing their minds, and I got it confirmed by a high level source, but
Do you think he might have been lying to you?
I just don't trust
'Cause that
anyone.
high-level source
As
is-
you say on your billboards all over this country, question everything.
Okay.
Let's not talk about that.
There was a really big hole in that story, that guy's story. He's worked in Mission Bay. That was not Mission Bay where that photo
But
he
wasn't
was
it like
walking
in the
there.
run up to Mission
No,
Bay?
it's
Yeah.
quite a decent run up.
He was
Yeah, but she's on the line.
He was like, I just popped out for a coffee or something. It was
No,
like,
he was early for a shift.
early for a shift.
Well,
All
at
adds up.
Starbucks. Mission
That-
Bay, which I did fact check exists, so
well, it does.
Journalism.
But that
That.
spot is a good 15-minute
Clayton.
walk from Starbucks, Mission Bay.
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, at least. But
yeah, but if you're early,
Yeah, but if
just
you
enjoy a
why even say
waterfront.
it
Burn
then?
off
Why
those-
even say it? I was early for my shift.
because he's explaining his
I was like, why
location.
are you
Over explaining in the way that people who are lying over explain.
No, because Alex asked him real specific questions because there wasn't actually a lot. Like, it was a very sort of tiny thing.
Why
so
was
to
he-
stretch out the interview to 12 questions, there was a lot of.
I had it transcribed by Simon Day, transcribed it, and he was like, I believe this guy. I still don't know. His name was, what was his name? Ben Saxon Prince. That's not a real
That's
name.
my real name.
Yeah, that's.
But then he has a YouTube channel, and that looked real. Look,
He's been working on this.
the jury's out. A lot of people sent me, there's this notorious Taylor Swift lookalike who was the receptionist at Les Mills. And a couple of also high level sources sent me her and said, I reckon it was her. Whether
Ksenia.
she was in.
Ksenia looks a lot like Taylor Swift. Dye her hair blonde.
True. There's a lot of options. But anyway, it was an incredibly exciting Friday afternoon, regardless if it was real or fake. And then I went to the concert, and there was a bloody lime behind the stage, according to my map. So
So she was actually just on
When
the
you
way
say
to work.
behind the stage, was it
On
just
the
in
street
the general?
behind the
Okay.
stage.
As someone who worked at the record company who represents Taylor Swift for New Zealand once upon a time, I mean, they still do. I just used to work there once upon a time. We generally would organise like bungee jumps or like trips over to Waiheke.
But she's done all that.
Yeah. I'm
Boring.
just trying to think, what's the cool? I'm just imagining the meeting. What can we do with her? What can we suggest she do? Oh, these are new Lime scooters. We should get Taylor on a Lime
She
scooter.
won't ever have been anywhere with her.
Look, there's a lot of questions being asked the whole time. Who has the Lime account? You know? Like, how did she...
Oh, the guy, right?
The security guard.
Security guy.
Well, quote-unquote security
downloaded
guard.
it.
I think it was a deft prank.
I think it definitely was not Taylor Swift, but Bill Murray on a scooter.
Allegedly, yeah, on an e-scooter in Wellington. Bill Murray's hooning around. That's
What's he
all I
doing in
got.
Wellington?
No idea.
More
My
importantly,
cousin met him, though. He must be visiting the theatre folk.
Wombats poo square poos.
That's
Yeah,
another
that's
Lucy Kelly
crazy.
exclusive.
We've seen the photos. It's true, unless she's pulling like a huge prank on us.
We're
it's
so
just-
vulnerable to being lied to.
They apparently
Being
they
so stupid and credulous.
like Hansel and Gretel. They drop their poos in order to find their way back home or something, and they often do it on rocks. We guess they shape their sphincter into a square so they can just plop out a square clump.
That's
And then
that's a lot of control.
It won't roll.
No, does it roll away?
Yeah.
Stackable as well.
That's
Tell you what, it's like old
the
mate's
Love's
bridge.
yeah.
I mean, that looks like a brownie. That's just what I'm saying.
It does.
Yeah, they look delicious.
Also, a little
Wombats
bit
can
like
kill people with their bums, I heard.
My teddy grunt. That's particularly good.
Oh my, we have
I had a pet wombat. I mean, like a cuddly wombat growing up. Loved it.
Tina. How long have we been?
We're not even into
no,
it.
Yeah, we got-
We're not even halfway.
What else we got?
Okay, just quickly. You went to Girls in Business.
Oh, yeah, I went to the Erin Simpson event.
She had a 5-minute speaking part.
She had a 5-minute speaking part, which I actually missed because I left to get a beer.
What? At what time of the day was
had
that?
one job.
12:30. I had been there since 10, but it was so dark in there and it was so intense. And it was a Saturday and I got a bit fed up.
What was
about
in your
2
goodie
hours in.
bag apart from leaky?
Leaky fake tan. I got real excited because there was like what looked like a glass flask shape of gin. And I was like, oh my God, lavender gin. And it was fucking bubble bath.
How much had you drunk by the time you figured it out?
And there was, actually, a
Hey,
pack
tell
of
you what,
Pam's
though,
biscuits. Pam's finest.
You love it. You love a special occasion bath.
I love a special occasion bath. Haven't had a special occasion in a while.
Well, now you've got a reason. Don't wait for a special occasion. Get in the
Lord's
lavender
not going to put out a
bath.
new album
Maybe I'll have one for Christmas.
for a while.
Christmas bath. But yeah, it was a very surreal event.
But
Did
you've
it
written about
inspire
it.
you to?
I've written about it on the spin-off.
I'm
All
ready,
the
yeah.
influences were there. Simone Anderson was there. Healthy Chick 101
Not
was
all
there.
of them were there. Not all of
Jane
them.
Yee wasn't there against all odds. Susie Cato was there.
I was offered
the Block
tickets.
Girls, actually. I saw
I
the
was
Block
offered
Girls.
tickets through Instagram.
Really?
Does that make that? So that
But-
makes me an influencer, doesn't it?
Definitely. You're definitely an influencer.
100%.
Thank
You
you.
got that fancy yogurt.
I
the
did.
smoke?
Yeah. Well, it was dry ice. I got a novelty delivery. It was great. More of those, please.
But yeah, you can read about it on the spin-off. It was very strange. That's all I'll say.
Speaking of strange, Gareth and Monique from Married at First Sight NZ hanging out with Sam and Taylor down south somewhere.
So they are a couple now.
He's just like hanging out, reunited with some maths buddies, but I don't know, it was just the four of them. You
Seems
know,
like a double date.
I got some hot
Margarita.
Tell It Like It Is goss.
Tell
It Like It Is NZ from a contact who shares a barber with Dave. And Dave's got a spray tan, baby. Big time.
Was he at the Girls in Business event?
Were there men there?
Not a single man. It was actually awesome because
That's not true. I saw a photo of a man.
there was a
somewhere.
man photographer.
Oh, so you think that he just selfied? I saw a photo
Yeah.
in like the official photos, and there was a dude.
There were men outside giving out toothpaste,
Yeah.
and there was a man
Promo
working the
guys.
sort of photo booth thing, and there were men making coffee. I don't think there was a single man in the
Did
crowd.
it feel like a legit event, or did it feel like a scam?
This is why I can't figure out. It felt like a legit event in that they had like Karen Walker was amazing.
Okay, well,
and
that's-
Annette Presley from Slingshot and
Okay.
Orcon fame. She has so much money. She has $70 million.
Did she tell you that?
Wikipedia told me it when she was speaking.
Whoa.
But then there was just a lot of kind of, it felt like empty sort of cliche.
How much do you have to pay someone who's worth $70 million to come down and speak at your dinky event? You know?
It was not dinky though. There
No,
was
but-
nearly 500 people there.
With the celebration boxes?
Actually, no.
Waist trainers?
I would have loved to have tried one, but no. But there was, I think there was Lux, the protein powder was in a raffle or something.
What about, was Matootles there?
No.
Okay, so it wasn't a real
Yeah,
event.
but she might have been dealing with the
Wasn't a real
aftermath of the Right Foods.
I think she just got back from Mexico not that long ago. But yeah, actually, Matilda has spoken at some of their events. And I think initially she was like billed. Like they had an old thing. And Shan XO was on it as well. Because I was like, that's huge. Like Shan XO doesn't do anything for less than $1 million or something like that. So, but she wasn't there. I don't know. I was still happy to get like Jamie Curry and Simone Anderson, and it's huge gets.
Gareth and Wayne, back to this. How did we go from that to that? Don't even understand.
Just ride the wave.
Gareth and Wayne's Movember fundraisers are going very badly, according to you.
No, I got this wrong.
Oh.
Hayden's and Wayne's.
Okay,
I got this from another high-level source, said $80 in total have been raised combined.
Oh, combined.
Both their
At that point,
Movembers.
you're actually just publicising your influencer career and really not raising jack shit for anyone.
Gareth's at about $700.
Yeah, but think of the DMs.
DMs, mate.
We need that added to one of our things.
Bunnings are shaking up the saucy situation. For health and safety reasons, they no longer can put the onions on the top. This is a real story, by the way.
From Australia.
Not New Zealand.
Started in Australia.
Is it
But
transferred?
here I think we've just done a write-off effectively.
Okay. Don't put the onions on the top of the saucy. Put it underneath, because if the onions slip out, they cause a slipping hazard. If they fall out, they cause a slipping hazard.
But I mean, that's just true of all food if you just drop it. Like, so why not ban food?
I mean, we should.
My concern is I'm like, well, that's now a slippery sausage.
That's a good point, Alex.
It's got no grab, you know. It can't stay. Like, you're going to lose your sauce.
But if you only had a little bit of onions, like maybe they have had to decrease the amount of onions, because then you've got the grip of the bread, whereas onions sitting just on sauce.
Why not just ban sauce? Like,
What?
you know, if you're going to like be worried about
Tina
the
is
lobe.
PC gone mad.
I'm
No,
just
that's
saying.
crazy.
But
Sauce is the glue, if anything.
sauce is slippy. Sauce is drippy.
But you're more likely to
This is a
slip.
wonky donkey.
You're more likely to slip on a slimy onion than you are on a sloshy sauce. You know? You're going to slip on sauce. You're going to stand in it.
Something
It's
to
gonna be
ponder.
annoying.
Well, Jason Gunn tested this out yesterday on the Jason JJ Instagram story. And it was honestly the funniest thing I've ever seen. He was wearing knee pads and a hard hat and elbow pads, and he just had all these cooked onions on the studio floor, and it was just shots of him like running back and forth, doing all these different like Bunnings role plays. Like he's like, oh, I'm in a rush and I really need a hammer. It was running
good
across his onions and
content.
slipping. And I was like,
good.
Jason Gunn, you've already broken your back once on a wheelie bin. Like,
Was it in a stunt?
I don't know if it was a stunt. I think
I
he was
think
being.
that-
I think he's being a bit mad.
Was he going down Baldwin Street?
All right.
But it was
Terrible
real
idea.
funny. If you can check out their Insta story, it's good content.
Okay.
And he didn't slip, so
So, the latest Nielsen audience ratings have confirmed that with an average weekly audience of 508,500 in the 5+ demographic, only beaten out by TVNZ Stalwarts 1 News, Hyundai Country Calendar and Fair Go, the fourth most popular show in New Zealand is the spin-off TV's rival, Border Patrol.
shout out.
Played $500,000. Border
Yeah.
Patrol.
I believe it. I mean, I haven't watched Border Patrol personally for a long time,
I
but
can't remember the last time I watched. I didn't even realise it was still on television.
Well, how do you patrol our border? Isn't it just like a water one?
No, I don't think.
It's customs.
It's customs.
they're just going, look at this mad thing someone's got in their suitcase.
Turned out just to be a talcum powder. A whole episode like that.
Really?
It's so exciting how they, when you go through like the arrival customs and there's got the signs
Yeah.
up just constantly that
Yeah.
says Border Patrol may or may not be filming at this time. Walking through here, you are consenting to.
In Australia-
And you're like, I need to get into my country, but I don't want to be on telly.
In Australia, it's
quite intense,
you see the cameras quite a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen a camera. To be
But
fair,
that's
I only
close-
travel once every 5 years.
It's actually quite a good deterrent because if you know that they're filming a TV show, you know that they're going to be pulling a lot of people aside to try and get some decent
Good
content.
talent. Is that okay? Like, I'm just thinking, like, is this what we should do with our borders? Is like have them do that?
It's good TV though.
It is good TV,
All right,
clearly.
no, good point.
Clearly.
I like when they have like a live like iguana and stuff. Sometimes it happens. It is quite crazy.
But
I guess
you're-
it's like the ultimate unboxing video. Think about that.
Okay.
What about, do you think they would ever start paying people to bring weird crap in just because ratings were dying and just saying, look, just take the 3 months. It's all right, it's worth it.
100%. 100%.
Like, they'd be crazy
Yeah.
not to. Surely the producers have thought about it.
Maybe it's already been done.
I have 4 weeks to decide I'm going to drop my entire blog video.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
This is fine. I don't even know.
Don't even know you. This is the part of the podcast where we recap the week in reality TV very, very loosely, except for Bake Off, which we go into great detail on.
Yeah.
House of Drag, by the way, is a great new show that's up on TVNZ On Demand. The series producer popped it in the Real Pod Corner.
Just chill.
Sorry, no, I just had a big, just took a really deep breath. Amanda Payne
Yeah.
is the series producer of House
Yeah.
of Drag who came up with it with Keita and Anita, who are the hosts of it, and
Great.
it is extraordinary. You've seen the first episode.
I have seen the first 10 minutes of the
First 10
first episode, and then I had to come here, and I'm so excited to watch the rest.
Episode 2, we got to see 2 of them yesterday. Episode 2 is outstanding. Proper drama, proper tears. It's the real deal, apart from the fact that they put the drag queens in natural light way too often.
So, you know how New Zealand fails to get really good characters
Yeah.
a lot in reality TV. Not in this case, right? Like, amazing cast.
And that's part of
incredible.
the beauty of, sorry, not drag queens, drag stars, they call them, because there is a drag king.
Yes, there is.
as well. Because they exist to perform and be a character. So it's even when, because I went to visit the set, and I will hopefully finish that story very soon. But I heard them kind of off camera being like, "Oh, let's save that. Let's not do that now." Like they actively are keeping things to explode on camera. It was great.
Genius.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's the opposite of the average New Zealander who like basically.
Well, Gareth and Artie are
Yeah.
like,
I will not reveal a single thing.
yeah,
Just a complete misunderstanding of what television is and why television is.
exactly. Do you have early favourites?
No, I can't remember all their names. So no, I mean I do, but I can't remember their names.
I love Hugo Girl, and I love Bunny Holiday, and Lola Blades.
Bunny Holiday is amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, it's House of Drag. It's on TVNZ On Demand. First episode is up now. Moving on to Project Runway. I don't have a lot to say about this.
I didn't watch it.
Did you watch it, Dunk?
Yeah.
Okay. So the brief was $100 athletic outfit. So we're getting kind of towards the end of the season where they've run out of money.
Yeah.
So each designer's only got $100 in a day to design an athletic outfit for Georgia that works both. You know, you can go from gym to club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The standard was high.
It was much
Like,
better this
I
week.
can't believe what they can do in a day with $100 worth of tat.
Have you ever tried sewing?
Yeah.
It's hard, eh?
So hard.
So everything ends up in knots. Like the thread. Before I've even, and I don't know how to cut a pattern.
No.
It's very
It's really difficult, and then some of them make it look very easy. I think that the good thing is, like, yes, it's been kind of middling quality, a lot of them, but I think there's a sort of a core of 4 or 5 who are going to be very legit.
And I think they know that too, and they're just probably like getting
But-
frustrated with the hoi polloi who are,
Still interloping.
So Misty went home. She made a sort of a lip fabric. I didn't have as much issue with the fabric as everyone else did, which is surprising because I quite often
Did Misty go home?
Yes. With her lip thing and her high-low puffer jacket.
Are you sure she went home? Not
Who's
the
that?
other one.
Is that purple hair? No.
Purple
Did
hair
purple
went
hair
home.
go
Yeah.
home? Oh.
Misty lived.
I mustn't have watched the very end. Why did I think she
You
went
just
home?
guessed. She felt like she was going to go home and then she didn't.
Purple hair needed to go home.
Yeah, because purple hair's been like coasting
She's,
for a while.
Yeah. Oh, she did the orange thingy.
Yeah, hers looked like Sonali's house. I was like, that's not finished. That's not a thing.
Sonali.
I mean, I adore Sonali, and she really gave it a crack, but that thing was never going to stand up.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I don't know who went home.
That's
The other
amazing.
one.
Amazing recap.
People went home. This is great. I have to be.
Do you know who won?
Yes, Caitlin won. And I liked her outfit.
Caitlin's outfit was
I like
so cool.
Caitlin.
It did have a touch of the bin bags, but
That's okay.
I still liked it.
And-
Also, like the Benny thing was real good as well. Sweet.
What was his? Was it did he do the bet? No, that was Kerry.
Yeah, Kerry did like too much.
Yeah.
Like if we'd just done one less thing, would probably have won. It was just like a sort of a, I don't know, pants. Oh, look, I'm
This is
screwing
the
this up. I'm
problem.
screwing this up. I just don't know. I don't have the language.
It was some pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't watch it, but I have another scoop
Hmm.
about Project Runway. Apparently, the runway is slippery as fuck,
Right.
and all the models slip over a million times, and they have to reshoot it heaps.
Why don't they just put something
How
down
has
on
that
it?
not been on TV? That's good. I mean, maybe it's bad health and safety, but good
Probably
content.
got some onions on there.
Oh.
Hey.
Lay some bread down already. Okay, so Caitlin won. Great. What a great show. It's easier to watch than it is to talk about.
Yeah,
Because I don't know.
And Kerry and Matt's like tension is good.
Yeah.
And like when we get to the pointy end, it's going to be very good.
Matt?
Is that his name? With the long hair, the long
Ben.
lustrous locks?
Benjamin.
Ben.
Yeah.
Benjamin Button.
I think
So
those
Ben
names are
thinks
the same.
that Kerry gets by just on making his designs well, but he doesn't actually have any taste.
Their vision.
Yeah.
He's mates with Clayton.
Who is?
Did you know that? Kerry
No,
and Clayton.
Well, no, they just met up. They're not.
I thought they're from the same town.
They are. So they
So they're
like, reached out.
friends.
So they're friends.
That's
They
how
took,
it works.
they took an
Friends work.
Instagram photo together. Okay.
Ben, you reckon?
What? His name?
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Okay.
Yeah, that's his name.
All right. What is that? I've been calling him
is
Matt
like-
for a while.
Well, I've been calling Joel Josh, not my Joel. That would be funny though. Joel from Bake Off. I've been calling him Josh. this
have.
whole
He is a Josh. Like
He is. He's
Deep
got
down.
the wrong name. Okay, MKR, did you guys watch?
Nah.
Was the bitches from Dunedin this week? The final
God.
ones to cook.
Do they call themselves that? or are you
I
just lashing
did.
out?
Okay, that's honest opinion. No, that's they're the
That's
villains.
fine.
They're
You
the
can say
villains.
that.
Bitches from
They're
Dunedin.
the villains. They called themselves their restaurant Grit and Grace because they felt that that would describe them, and everyone else was just like, it's just grit and grit. They kind of tried to fire things up by putting some questions in a bowl for everyone to ask each other, like who's going to the final and yada yada yada. But because they weren't there, and they're the ones who are controversial,
Right.
there wasn't that much fire going on. Oh no, actually it did get kind of crazy because Eden. Have you watched it all? No. Okay, Alex doesn't know. Eden Eden and
Duncan's
Liam.
trying to hide.
Don't you look like a dog?
He's trying to hide behind the microphone.
Okay, I'm just going to talk into the ether.
Guilty.
I succeeded too.
Eden and Liam are a daughter and father couple. What? Team. Oh, hello, Nando.
Oh my god, the Nando's has arrived. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, and they
Starving,
Okay, let's
actually.
just actually crank through this.
Okay.
This stupid show.
They pulled up.
Thank
They
you,
pulled up the
Matt.
lovers on
Matt.
pashing too much at the table. She was like,
Oh, well,
"You
they
guys,
do. I've only
pash
seen
too
it
much."
for
Father,
5
daughter.
seconds.
No, the daughter of the father-daughter team pulled up Cindy and
Oh, thank
Rod
Christ.
for pashing too much at the
Thanks,
table.
man.
Thanks, man.
And then Rog just
Can I have
turns
a soft
around.
chip?
Thanks, man. Rog just turns around and is like, "Well, you swear too much, and what sort of father are you if you let your daughter swear so much?" And that was tense. And then Eden and Liam defend. Oh, what's the point? What's the point? You're just eating a soggy chip in front of
Yeah,
me.
what's wrong with that?
Okay.
You got a captive audience.
Duncan's giving me the.
You want a chip, Jane?
Yes, please. Anyway, beetroot ravioli with basil pesto, sous vide pork tenderloin with carrot puree and slaw, a mirror glazed mousse dome, all delicious. They end up second on the table. Pat and Will's are sent packing.
Pat. And Wills. I don't know.
Just on the soggy chips, they're not normally soggy. If you were to order them from Nando's, it's just that We've
I
had
like
them
them
sitting
soggy.
out.
I love them soggy.
Great Kiwi Bake Off.
Holy shit, what a week. I watched this one.
Oh, sorry, eating. Biscuit week. Technical.
People hate it when we eat.
Belgian biscuits.
Big week for Larissa.
I've
Is a
made,
Belgian biscuit nice?
I've made them before. They're like a spice biscuit with a jam. Well, you saw. You saw what they are.
But I don't know if I've ever eaten like a proper one.
I'll make you one.
Yeah, you've promised it a lot.
Yeah,
I do. I
that's
said that. I know. I
definitely
never
never
come
Come through with a single thing. Yeah, where's my Pav? I was supposed to have a Pav at the Corny Christmas.
The Pav. I'm going to need the Pav.
When's your birthday?
August 28th.
Okay, well, I'll see you August 28th next year.
No, you won't.
Shh, let's not talk about it. Okay, so Jeff, I mean, there was only one thing that happened.
Jeff.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jeff.
let's just. do a
There's
deep
only
dive
one
on
thing
this.
that happened in this episode as far as any of us are concerned, and it's this.
Never made it before, but you know, like a doe's a doe. It's all
A female deer. It's got a good song there. Doe is how I buy my beer. Ray, the bloke I drink beer with. Me, the bloke my beer is for. Far the distance from my beer. So I'll have another beer. Lager is the beer I drink. Tea, no thanks, I'll have a beer. Which is why I have no dough.
Thank you.
Shit. That's the television moment of the year, I think. I'm ready to call it.
Ow.
So
He
fast.
probably could not believe his luck when he heard Clayton say, dough is dough. He was like, I have had this in my arsenal for the longest time. I can't believe I get to do it on the
I've been waiting
television.
my whole life for this one moment.
And that's why he like
God.
burns through
It
it,
was
because he's like,
yeah.
they might
But
cut
he
away.
still trills and
Yeah.
lagers.
Yes, right, the guy I drink beer with.
He's the kind of guy that I think he's probably not a lager guy, but he drinks lager just so that he can be honest when he sings that song.
Oh, shit.
And also I loved, like, it's such a great show because so many, like, if they'd have been on the block, they would have just been all like, mahooga about it. But they were just so chill, like everyone was just looked around in like shock and there was just lots of silence. It was so well played within it.
Perfect. And his eyes are back in a big way.
I've got a chip in my mouth.
Did you notice, Dunk? The piercing blues?
His eyes didn't come back though till the signature bake. They
Yeah,
weren't there
and
for
they
the
matched
Belgian
his,
biscuit.
they matched his
Really?
Tour Eiffel.
Maybe he needed the extra contact layer for the Tour Eiffel. It was intricate. I thought he did a
maybe
good job.
He uses the eyes to hypnotise the judges.
They all did a real good job.
Oh, mate,
Wow.
that was a hell of a
Not
challenge.
all of them.
Well, yeah,
Okay, let's look. First of all,
let's go through.
Stacey
That's
won the
it, that's
Belgian
it.
biscuits, and just shout out to Larissa, who I love, and she's a real pod listener, and she got second.
Oh, she's so cool.
love her
It's
so
so cool
much.
that she's a listener.
I know.
It's crazy.
Signature Bake was building a structure of significance out of biscuits. Clayton made the beehive.
It was spindly.
It was.
The spindly beehive.
Yeah, it looked more like a some sort of Roman structure.
Yeah, I think the idea was he was going to have like panes, some sort of sugary, papery pane thing.
Sorry,
didn't
Annabelle.
happen.
Annabelle's
Annabelle.
was so quality.
Annabelle just needs to.
It was gorgeous. A simple thing done well.
And wasn't it whose school chapel or something? Was
And
it?
she went to Dio.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
all...
Didn't Georgia Fowler go to Dio?
All our great reality stars. Yeah. Stacey made a water tower, which looked like a penis. And Hannah made a lighthouse. And Larissa
That was
lovely.
amazing.
The lighthouse was
It
so
was.
hard
She
out.
put a bloody light in it.
it was
She should have won.
who
won?
Oh, Eiffel Tower.
Oh, good on you, Jeff. Though.
Eiffel Tower, it was very fine. It was a very delicate.
And having
piece.
that...
It's not good eating.
Les fleurs,
Excuse me.
le jardin,
Oh, yeah.
pour le
Yeah.
round.
We, old Joel Josh, mate, had, I mean, what was that? He baked.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
What did he do? Oh,
he
that
just,
bridge
just
thing.
he just
Brick cake.
I
liked
made a
it.
Jenga. He made
Yeah.
a Jenga bridge thing.
Because everyone went in on gingerbread, which is boring and probably kind of yuck. And he was just like, no, he messed with the concept. I liked it.
Okay. Anyway,
On the cheesy bread.
I'll never defend him.
I still think we
He
should
annoys
leave the
me.
most of it.
What do you
Who?
mean?
Is it like, I don't want to eat the whole lunch while we're on the pod.
I'm not eating the whole
we're
lot.
not
Okay,
I'm
okay,
eating the
okay.
cheesy bread.
Okay.
Okay.
Sonali had a very emotional meaning. She had a very emotional moment where she was talking about why she wanted to make a bird's house, because when she was young, she would see birds' nests and she saw they were made with such love, and she wondered one day if she was going to have her own nest and, fill it with love, and then it was a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
It was a disaster.
It's just really sad to think of young Sonali having this emotional time and then calling back to it ages later and using it as inspiration for one of the worst things that's ever happened on New Zealand TV.
But she had a really nice moment of humour when she had to bring her completely. If you haven't watched it, completely collapsed thing. It was never going to win anyway. Like design-wise, it just wasn't up to much. But it was basically just some bits of royal icing and shards of gingerbread on a plate.
She didn't even use gingerbread. That was the controversial thing. She just did
she did a cookie dough.
sugar
that's
cookie.
never going to hold up.
Nah.
Anyway, so she went to carry it up to the judges. And she pulls it off her bench. She's like, "Oh, I have to be careful. I don't want to drop it." And I lol.
She's cool.
Well, good on you.
I'm sad she's gone.
Anyway, old Blue Eyes won.
So great.
He's
Sonali and Old Blue Eyes, but
old Blue Eyes won. He talked about how he went to Paris with his wife. Mm-hmm. They wanted to go for their honeymoon. They didn't go, so they saved up and they went the following year. So this is obviously a few years back. And then when they got there, they went to the Eiffel Tower, but they didn't go all the way to the top. They just went to like the first level because you had to pay more to go to the top. And Joel says to me, it's just like classic Kiwi. You go all the way there and then it's a few bob extra to go to the top, and you're just like, no.
So just take the stairs.
That's a rip-off. No, that is to go up the stairs, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Not the elevator? I slipped down the stairs of the Eiffel Tower.
You all right?
I'm fine now, but it was
Onions?
very embarrassing at the time. Chuck Taylors, don't wear them if you're going up the steps of the Eiffel Tower.
Especially around Bunnings.
I was about to say, was anyone there with a saucy sauce?
Very slippery. What's sausage in French?
Sausage.
Sausage.
Leave the sausage.
Onion.
What was that?
She got it.
Oh, man.
Did you get it? All right.
This is great.
It's onion. It's the nicest thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the real review.
Wait, hold on.
Onion.
I wasn't far off.
What's sausage?
Did you do that voice?
Yeah, I am that voice.
Okay, Clayton Bakes' Louise slice / cake was so delicious. That's what we were reviewing.
Hell yeah.
Post eating it.
I'm getting it.
It was so good, the rhubarb jam.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Oh, I don't like rhubarb.
What?
Yeah.
But it wasn't
No,
super
yum.
Acid.
A, rhubarb's
The
amazing.
dryness is...
And B, it wasn't overpoweringly rhubarb.
Okay.
It was just beautiful.
What's the stuff on the top? Is it meringue?
It was delicate.
Yeah. He should just sell those. I would buy that. If that was in a cafe, I'd order one. You know?
How much would you pay
Clayton-
for that? What's the price point on that
Oh.
little bit of slice?
Oh, I'd easily pay $4.50 for that.
Clayton, big muscles as well.
Mm-hmm. You know what they say about men with big muscles? Do you? I don't.
What do they say?
I don't know.
What were you going to say?
Well, it's more of a question.
Okay.
Clayton didn't know who
They
JT
make
was.
great Louise cakes. Is that what they say?
Oh.
It gave me great joy that Clayton didn't recognise a fellow TVNZ reality star.
That wasn't a fart, by that was my elbow on the table.
That's what they all say.
And what's he said?
Colin's Granny. Colin's Granny. 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 Granny.
Colin's Cranny.
Alex was trying to start and dance.
I did a huge dance just then.
That was amazing.
Whoa, what just happened?
Alex just looked at her phone and then choked and died.
I just got some peri peri in my throat.
Okay. Colin is a platinum guest at the Music Awards tonight, the Vodafone Music Awards.
Hell yeah.
He used the hashtag VMA. In VMA
Close enough,
2000.
Jane. You can't get it all
So like the
right.
MTV VMAs.
Does he know that he's not going to the VMAs?
No, not at all. But he said about this: who's going to the hashtag VMAs 2018 tonight? No one. Truly a wild, mad night. A celebrating incredible talent. ... We have an enormously talented history of great music, and I'm honoured to be a guest. ... I just have to try and pace myself. ... Lol. Parentheses. No one parties like musicians. Close parentheses. Congratulations to all nominated in 2018. We salute the joy you bring through music with
I just did
musical
a-
notes emojis.
Troublesome salute. That's great. Oh, I wish
So if
I
you
was
want to
going
see
now.
CMJ, the only time I've ever had a selfie with CMJ was at the Music Awards.
Shit.
Yeah, so memories.
Here's the opportunity. Well, we could have had selfies with him at the Real Pod Christmas because I did invite him. Unfortunately, he was going to the premiere of Fantastic Beasts. But he did send me a video reply, which I'd like to play for you all.
Let's plan it properly, because I'm keen. Who knows what kind of conversations we'd have, but be funny, I hope. I know a lot of goss.
Oh, man.
Get the man in.
I know a lot of goss.
He's got a lot of goss.
Yeah.
He's got so much goss. God, he's good.
Do you
my
think he
favourite
would
person.
give us the goss?
100%.
Yes! Do it! Yes! Oh, yes!
Keeping up with the Hawkesby Hoskingses.
I don't even want to do this bit now because it's all serious. Mike
is it?
Hoskins has written an opinion piece about the Pike River re-entry. Saying
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
He also did one about like cycling. If you
I know.
wanted some
Have
content.
you seen this photo of him on a BMX this morning?
Okay, no, but it annoyed me because he said that Bernie Monk, who's the father of one of the men killed in the Pike River disaster, he just wants to see Peter Whittle charged, and that's not really going to happen because there's so much red tape and yada, yada, yada. So what's the point of re-entry? It's like...
It's a controversial take.
That's a very controversial take. What about just some closure for the families? Like, he's kind of... he annoys me.
But that's his thing. That's his thing.
I know it's his thing. I
He's just trolling you, Jane. You got got.
I got got.
You got got by this man on a BMX.
What's he doing on the BMX?
Wow, he is loving it. Is that real?
Yeah, it's this morning. He was with the Big Boys Toys bloke.
Oh, God.
Speaking of Big Boys Toys.
Don't, though.
Oh, can't.
Don't spoil it.
Can't. It's embargoed.
Yeah, don't spoil
You'll
it.
know what I'm talking about.
If you know.
If you know, then you know.
It's...
I'll tell you what it is. It's the final countdown.
It's the final countdown.
We are coasting into the final countdown. 46 days, 11 hours, 30 minutes, and 29 seconds until no more. Until no more Simon Bunny.
I think this is this is New Year's.
It's just until New Year's. It's a New Year's countdown. That's what it is.
So we've been running a New Year's countdown.
Yeah, we have. We have.
Since 2017 for the end of 2018.
It's so cool.
Spin off for everyone.
Well, that's good though, because if you don't know, you know where you can go for your definitive countdown for New Year's.
We'll just give it a new headline, go an SEO monster. When is New Year's?
What's the time? Oh, tune.
Last time I heard this.
Like and subscribe.
Max Key Corner. I know. I'll never forget you.
Subscribe, like and subscribe.
At the Corny Christmas, we decided to play that to see out the evening, which we were going to hook up to the speaker system, but no one thought to ask. So we got to the end of the night and we were like, thanks everyone for coming. Thank you, Nando's, yada, yada, yada. And we're going to play you out now with the only thing that we can, but we had to do it over my phone speaker, right? It sounded even worse than I possibly could have imagined.
It was so
quiet.
It was
But the cornies picked it up as if they were at a festival and it was the biggest hit of the year, and they sang it.
Did they? My eyes were shut. I couldn't handle it. I was having like a panic attack.
Yeah,
Were they singing
it? Was beautiful.
it.
Not loud, but
You
proud.
know that you hear through your ears, not your eyes.
No, my ears were shut too.
Okay. It was so good. Anyway, in Max Key news, he's going to be on. Today marked a sad but enjoyable day, filming the final segment of Jono and Ben ever. So he's going to be on Jono and Ben tonight.
The final segment of John and Ben features Max Key.
Apparently.
How come they just can get access to him whenever they want, but this hit show can't?
Over the years, I've been lucky to have been invited on the show and done numerous silly things with the boys and the crew. We're silly.
We
can be silly.
We're sillier than them even.
We're
did
eating cold
bamboozled.
chips right now.
From pretending to work at Starbucks to
Mad.
showing the world how tone deaf I am at cardboard karaoke to a real life would you rather. These are two of the nicest and most down to earth guys I've ever met, and I wish them all the best.
So are we.
Oh, no, we're not guys though. Us too. That's the problem.
Oh, nice.
Sorry about that.
Down to earth, though.
Not that either, really. None of the above.
Well, it's a lovely way to end the show.
Okay, well, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for enduring, I should say. Thanks, Tina, for the same. And thanks, Nando's, also for putting up with us.
Thank you so much, Nando.
Thanks
and
so
Michael.
much. And the
Michael.
cornies.
And the cornies.
And the corner. Oh,
It's a movement.
So many
Stuart,
people.
Lucy.
Oh.
Oh, you know who you are.
Stuart Lucy. you probably are someone.
All right, thanks. See ya. Bye.
Talofa lover, I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spinoff. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spinoff member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora, this is Toby Manhire, here to urge you to tune in to Gone by Lunchtime, a podcast with me, Annabelle Lee Mather and Ben Thomas, tackling the world of New Zealand politics, from policy to polling, from scandal to psychodrama. Listen to Gone by Lunchtime, brought to you by the Spinoff Podcast Network, wherever good pods are sold.
The Spinoff Podcast Network.